Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Alpha Type Podcast. I'm your host, Git, joined by my co-host EJR. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
So, what's good today, man? I know you're hopping. We got all kinds of projects in the works, but we're excited to get in here and talk with Bunya. He's got a drop coming this week that he's been working on, and I know that you're particularly excited about it.
Yeah, very excited for this one. This guy is a beast, and I spoke to him several weeks ago. I offered to do all of his marketing, his whitelist allocation for free, and I was like, I'll handle everything for you. And artists like to do their own stuff, and that's fine. So I did help him out a bit with some things, but I can't take credit for anything really because he did it mostly all himself, and he's a beast. And he has so much backing from OGs in the space. The space has been kind of dead. It's really excited about this. It's art. So it's a very different type of mint. And he will ask him, but he's got all these one of ones, which is going to make for a very interesting secondary strategy that people are very excited about. So I don't know if that was planned or he just did it. And he's just a great guy in general. There's so much support coming. So I've been really excited to have him on.
Yep, right on. Totally. I mean, that's one thing you'd see on the timeline is there's, nothing but support, and from all the best people too, right? It's not just kind of, random support around the internet. It's like all of the best people on Abstract, all of the best collectors, all of the people who care about this stuff are rooting for Bunya here and excited about this collection. So yeah, definitely has created a nice little space for himself to drop this mint. So I'm going to bring him on right now.
Yeah.
Bunya, welcome to the show, my friend.
Yo, thank you for having me and for the great introduction by EGR. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for this, man. We've been talking for a while now, and I work with a lot of different projects. I meet, at one point, I was meeting 5 to 10 different projects a week. We turn down 99% of the people that we meet with because we only want to work with good projects. With you, I knew it was going to be fire from the start, but there's just so many things and so much support that's come with this. And I think a normal project would be a little bit nervous to launch in this market right now because there were so many hyped mints that launched, and then I feel like they didn't do anything. But this is art. It's on Abstract. You're like this third major art project just start up on Abstract. There's a couple other ones, but this one's a big one. And I think people are really just genuinely excited. I haven't seen so many DMs for people asking me for whitelist. I'm not even touching them. Just so much excitement, so much backing, so many posts from people. And then meanwhile, you're like cranking out content and literally like editing the art one at a time as you go. And there's just so much that I want to get through in the next 45 minutes. But I just want to say, like, what does this collection mean to you? What inspired, and like, tell us what it was like to, in your words, what it was like to put it together. And because I know you're really passionate about this from the discussions we've had.
Yeah, I am. It's gonna be hard to put it in short, but it felt like I've gathered enough network power to make something personal on a bigger scale like that, and it all happened so organic. So I can't like describe how I'm proud of that. Like even OpenSea support backing was like out of my fun tweet. I wasn't planning to launch with OpenSea like and to get actual support from them. So yeah, it felt like I've just gathered enough network power being in the space for 4 years, 4.5 years now. Um, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it shows it's like how have you like what have you done though in the space in the 4 years? How have you developed this goodwill? Is it just being Bunya, going out, meeting people, and doing your thing? Like what like to somebody else who might want to build a collection and launch it? Like what did you do ahead of time?
So I always prioritized network connections when I try to meet with when I try to connect with some influencer or art collector. I wasn't just in DMs like, hello, can we connect? I don't do stuff like that. I'm straightforward, just making art about them. Like for example, that's how I met with Seed Phrase. I made an artwork about them. It was in a Wolf Game Discord. That's where I started. My pixel art journey started. That's where my network really grew, and that's my roots basically.
Okay,
Wolf
very good,
Game.
very good. Now
I
you've
see.
been working on this collection under duress too this whole time, right? Like you're literally operating in a war zone. I see you see it on the feed. Drone strikes happening around you, things like that.
Yeah.
So like just kind of set us up. Like how have you been able to stay focused on this project? And then at the same time, like how's it helped you and dealing with your current situation?
Being in a war zone definitely, especially at the beginning, definitely got me out of. I couldn't do anything. I wasn't like energized. I just you can't be motivated in stuff when everything like every stuff going on around you, like bombs dropping, like you can't just focus on the art and keep going. So I just focused on the games. Like I went to the region with my family. We waited out some time for 1 year at least, where it was kind of safe, and then I gathered all that, like anger, like different feelings from it, and put it all into all my perseverance and uh, passion for art.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just decided that I'm gonna focus on the focus on the right thing, and focus on the art, because put my
Yeah.
emotions into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Channel
much. Yeah.
channel everything into, everything that's going around, and just tunnel vision, and channel all your passion into this, which is
exactly. Yeah,
which is a big part of this space for all of us, because we live and breathe in this space, and it's very important to us. So I get where you're coming from, just not like the drone strikes in the background and things like that. But I mean, it's incredible. But then, you told me multiple times, like, I have absolutely poured myself into this, and I mean, just a weird question that we don't usually ask people, but how many times have you slept in the past couple of days, like while you were doing this? Because I know
I
you probably
forgot.
haven't.
I lost
Yeah.
the count. You can see by my eyes, like you can see by my look. Actually, it shows. It probably shows.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm pretty.
that's that's dedication.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. I just one thing to mention. Uh, I I just, because of everything that's going around, I just focused on the small things. I value the small things. I just know what matters to me, and that's why I'm like was focused. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna like go to the parties and all that stuff. I'm just gonna focus on what's matter, and that's my future, and everything is in my hands, because I'm actually, from all people that live in here, I'm actually one of the luckiest, because I have what I have. I still make art during this stuff, and many people lost their workspace, their like they didn't have anything in the beginning at all. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's one of the best things about Web3 is it allows you to escape anything else. And it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from, as long as you have a laptop and a connection and a place to, work and focus, you can share your gift with the world. And that's what we saw a lot of in 2021. And I think right now, I don't think the market's bad. Like I said, I think a lot of projects were very hyped. We saw a big pickup. They didn't deliver, after the mint, they kind of disappeared. Now we're seeing it go down. And I think what happens is you have your flippers and you have your believers. And then if you have enough projects that don't do anything right away, you lose those believers, but
Yeah.
your project has a ton of believers. So I want to ask you, because this is like the biggest thing I wanted to ask you, and I think people really want to know this mechanic, the idea of doing so many one-on-ones. These one-on-ones are going to be minted to different, it's like whoever gets them, right? They're up for grabs.
yes, it's up to reveal. I want to see chaos on the timelines, that someone got someone's
Yeah.
one of one. What's they gonna do with it? Like, they gonna try to trade them? They're gonna gift them? So I want to see how different people behave when they got, and that's how I want to build some real connection. Like, it's always in was all other different collections always like one-of-ones about fictional characters that you like. Some don't even know, some don't like, some of the fans. But I included major projects from Web3, so many people would relate. Either they are from that community, or they are gonna relate to specific persons that I included. Or so yeah, I just try to make that personal connection to try to make to include that many one-of-ones.
Yeah, it's brilliant because artists sometimes they just drop their art. Sometimes there's a lot of strategy to it. I can't say I've quite seen this one, and it's going to create those like high secondary sales that get people really excited and draw people back towards the project. So like I am not even like concerned for you. I already know that this project is going to be straight fire, and like it's going to be one of the best things to launch in a while. And I'm so happy, and that's why I wanted you like in the Discord we have a private Discord with some people, but like I wanted you in to see that experience of like these people who are like handpicked. Nobody in there is someone that just gets in. Everyone's handpicked. So I wanted you to see firsthand, like, when it mints for people so excited, like throughout all the different Discords, but especially ours, to like feel that firsthand, I think is important, especially because it's like a cultivated group. And there's a lot of cultivated groups that you've touched. And I mean, you have a huge network yourself, like, and that's what I do too. I'm not a big person that posts content. I don't really care about followers. My network has always been everything to me since the beginning, and everything I do is very careful. It's very calculated. But I think that because of that, when you launch something, people have a lot of faith in you, and this is going to only exceed any expectations people have. Normally I don't say this, but congratulations, because I know that the mint is going to be amazing, and you deserve all the success in the world.
I appreciate the kind words. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it. I couldn't make anything less. Like yeah, and I even limited myself this time. I still wouldn't. Oh, I still would add even more stuff. I still feel like I didn't add enough. Even though I made like triple digits one-of-ones, like hundreds trades per one category, 100 trades per other category, and I still feel like I didn't make enough. But it's an endless process.
There. Yeah, you should always want more out of your work.
Yeah,
for sure. That's definitely the side of a craftsman, no doubt. And I think, like you said, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. And I think that shows, and I think that's why people are so excited, because they just see you working, and they just see you being yourself, right? Like you're not trying to generate hype. You're not like, there's not a game plan per se. Like EJR said, you probably got some strategies, but it's not like it's not like a hype machine here. You're just doing your thing. You're building something you love. You're talking about it. You're presenting it in a real way. And I think it even goes into like that, like you mentioned that hit with OpenSea, right? Like that post that you made. If I remember, it was something like, someday the OpenSea intern's going to stumble upon my artwork and they're going to say, I like this artwork. And then they're going to repost my artwork. And like, they literally just, they did it.
The same quote, like, the same quote.
It was beautiful. And it was because like that worked because it was real, right? Like you were just putting something out there.
Yes.
I loved it.
It was
so
so
tell us,
wholesome.
how did that feel when you saw that show up in your notifications? You're like, holy shit, it worked.
I didn't saw it. The X was down at the time. I didn't saw it. The timing was crazy. Like I had 100k views on that tweet.
Yeah.
And X was down. I don't know if it was us or
yeah.
But then when I saw it, it felt like at that moment I was put out a fan tweet, and I wasn't sure like they even. I mean, I was following by Adam Hollander. I was followed by Asterism. I was followed by other team member, but. It's like it's not planned. It's not like paid. I just put out a fan tweet and didn't expect anything. And they retweeted me and quoted me in 8 hours. So I said one day, and they did it in 8 hours, the same day. And it's real.
Awesome.
Like my strategy is being myself. It's all strategy. I'm not trying to come up with something. Even the project, even the name, it doesn't make sense. Like it's like abstract plus IO, like OpenSea.io, like Remilio, like that's why the name. It's literally the homage for the home of abstract, because it's an abstract. That's literally. I didn't want to put some brand on it yet. I don't know.
Yeah. No, love it. Love it.
No, and that's good because the other two artists, Tut and Nix, who we both had on the show, they went along with that as well.
Yeah, abstract first and
abstract first and then abstraction. So it's a very good name. It's a good naming convention. You're right in line with the other two collections that are top collections. You know,
it's like it's like you decide what it is by writing your own story, I guess. To put it that way.
Gotcha. Nice.
100%.
All right. So you mentioned you got triple-digit 101s. You got all these traits. So the collection size is 33, if I'm remembering right? So kind of talk us through the mechanics of all of it. Like what's coming out on Thursday? Like just tell us what this collection. What did you make? Right? How do you describe this collection?
So this is basically about our space. I meant it including the major projects and one-on-ones. I did a base as a human, as chibi human character, not as another animal, like that's not gonna be relatable to many. I would say, because it's saturated. I must say it's current NFT market is saturated with different animals collections. I don't know, it feels like it. So I decided to, it was harder because to make like human-like and I don't know, like desirable like look, it was hard to make at first, and I experimented a lot. So when collection gonna launch, there are gonna be a couple like 4 phases, and everyone is gonna be able to reveal one of one. Either it's honorary, either it's like major project, and there is gonna be a reveal. But I'm not stop the momentum. The reveal is gonna happen in 1 hour after the mint is out. So I want to see some action on unrevealed, but not to keep it going for a while. I want to make it as fast as possible.
I like the fast pacing, right? Like there's nothing worse than getting excited about something and then it goes away, and then you get excited again and it goes away again. It's like up and down. Eventually you get numb to it and you don't get excited no more.
1 hour per phase and 1 hour before reveal. So basically momentum gonna keep going and going and going, and then like all the tweets on the timeline, and then whatever happens next is, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you got
I'm excited just about the tweets.
Yeah. No, I think some of the funnest stuff that happens around the launch of the project, when everyone's talking about them, reacting to them, saying what they see, right? Because you said it, you're going to see in it whatever you see in it, right? And you're going to get to hear, what is that? What does the community see in my collection and in my work? And I think that's going to be a lot of fun for you. And I like the idea of like implanting the chaos by just letting people mint the 101s, right? Because that does like a little planned wrinkle of just keeping it interesting post. I think that's really smart. So is that like, did you think of that ahead of time, or did you just kind of stumble into that idea as your approach?
Since I included both honoraries and fictional characters, so usually honoraries are airdropped to like specific people, but then I thought, but then what I'm gonna do with fictional characters? Then I should airdrop them too, or it's not fair. So like some NFTs are gonna be airdropped to people, some not. So I decided it's gonna be fair for everyone, and everyone is gonna have the same chance. And then it's another like as you mentioned, so there's gonna be a tweets with like who got the 1-of-1. He gonna tag them like
right.
That's just another topic for like for all the engagement and discussion and all that.
I'm gonna get multiple 1-on-1s from major big people, and I'm gonna make them do the weirdest shit to get their 1-on-1s. Like I'm gonna make them post a dance off. Like I'm gonna have a virtual dance off with them. I'm gonna make them do the weirdest shit. It's not about money. It's about weird shit to get your 1-on-1 from me. Watch out.
I love it.
I want to
love
see
it.
that actually. Like,
No,
also, it's
you're gonna
fun.
see
It's
it.
fun.
You're gonna see it. You know, it's
I
gonna be
don't.
mayhem on the timelines.
I don't want to see people just share their comments and like, oh, I got this guy with blue T-shirt and like hat. Cool. I want to. That's why I made so much one of one. So there's gonna be enough stuff to talk about. And
And I want to
yeah,
say too, you know, you made it. It's 3,333, and you made it such an affordable mint price, which is so fair. And you know what? You know what happens when it's free or it's a low mint price? They tend to go through the roof because it's just more people get involved. You know what I mean? And it's just very fair of you. You know what I mean? Like other projects been launching at these high prices, and this is
yeah,
just such a good thing to do. And then the one-on-ones on top of it, right? Though
yes.
that's just lights up the timeline. So I'm really excited. I'm sorry to sound so much like a fanboy. Usually I don't, but this is one I've been waiting for because the market has felt dead and people, it's not anything with the economy. It's not tariffs right now. Like that stuff affects everything, but it's really not that. It's that people stop believing in this stuff when there's too much stuff that doesn't deliver. This just has to launch to deliver. It's straight art, but then it has this
Yeah.
really interesting mechanic of all these one-on-ones that's going to light up the timeline. Plus, you've been around forever with all this backing. So it's like the perfect storm. And it's something that everyone has needed for a few weeks now. You know, it's been a lull, like slow down. So we need this, and it's great for the space. You know, it helps the space, it energizes the space, and I'm a fan.
Yep. Same. I'm excited, and yeah, it's fun to see everybody excited about it. So I can't wait for that too. So let's talk about the people that you are lining up to mint this, because this is one of the things we've seen from collections is the amount of care that goes into their whitelist process and their selection and their guiding of where the works go has a lot to do with how successful they are. So this is something clearly you've put a lot of thought into and a lot of time into. We can see you doing the work on the timeline and then the different groups we're in and whatnot. So talk us through your thinking on that front.
So it was definitely tough to manage as one. Like I don't have a team. I mean, I hired a community manager that at least helped me with alpha pod raffles because
Mm-hmm.
I would go insane. I would lose my
Yeah.
sanity without him. But so yeah, it was first of all as an artist, I made sure my previous collectors believers gonna like be on board first. So I had previous collections on Foundation, like one of ones on Foundation, some open editions. This was the first thing in my mind to make sure they are included and they get rewarded like with free airdrops and like many spots. Then I reserved some spots for Abstract Giga Chats because that's where we launching and that's the core group. So plus some curated list of streamers. Basically, all my lists, all my phases are customly curated. I'm doing it my own way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to include every possible communities that I haven't even been part of. I want to like feel connection with people that gonna mint my NFT. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole purpose.
Yep.
I still it was tough to still manage like many people like my DMs are absolutely slammed. I feel bad that I'm not like answering some, but it's
Yeah.
physically impossible. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best while still like drawing that artwork, manually editing that, and trying to. And people still get mad. Some people still get mad
Yeah.
at me, and I'm like, I'm just here chilling, guys. Like I'm just here having all the time in my world. That's why I'm not answering. Like I sometimes I want to blow up because of such commentaries, but yeah.
Yep. Yep, yep, yeah. People sometimes feel entitled and they don't really think about what's going on the other end of all of that. But like the fact that you're putting in that work, despite the fact that it's difficult and probably a little stressful for you while you're trying to finish up, you know, a 33 pieces of art that you're touching with, hands on every single one of
Oh,
them, right? Like so, but the fact that
I,
you're doing that work again, that's what we've seen time and again. The people who put in the work on this front, do better than the people who take the easy paths, or kind
Mm.
of like strive for like mint out as the target. It's a very different outcome. So I think commendable and smart that you're doing it the way that you're doing it. Despite that difficulty.
the the great reference for my journey and what's my goal is I can name the specific artist. The DK was one of the inspiration for how he does his stuff. He's like I knew him before NFTs because I my animation is my strongest part. I'm an animator, and that's why I was looking at his work before NFTs. I knew him before NFTs, not personally, but as an artist,
Hmm.
and how he does his stuff. Like, I'm not. I don't want to separate this collection, like to create separate Twitter to like. This collection is me. It's basically my own journey. Like DK does with his collections. So I'm interconnected with myself. The collection goes as I go. I must say, like I wanted to go like that. I don't want to separate it and then forget about it and I move on. So yeah, it's something like that. DK is my biggest inspiration and how he does stuff
Yeah.
like the physical figurine, basically my own. Mascot is basically me on the PFP is basically me in my Lakers suit,
Nice.
and I'm DK has the same with his blue hair, like
Yeah.
white
And
hoodie,
glasses.
and
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
his it's like recognizable character, and I want to
Yeah.
make myself into that too. Yeah,
Love it. Yeah, I mean, that's an extension of this collection is you, right? Like this collection is you, this collection is us as a
as
community.
us, it's
And
about
it's
people.
yeah,
Yeah,
and again,
it's
that's
like
like it's that consistency throughout everything you're doing. I think that makes people trust you that like that is what you're doing, right? Like that innate trust that and that's where what we were talking about earlier with people being excited about it's because we want to root for somebody who's doing something cool and good for the community and who cares, right? So that's yeah, just to keep kind of beating that drum. That shows up through and through. So that's awesome. So what are your hopes like as you look forward, right? I know you said you're done. You want to rest. You want to launch this thing and watch the chaos. But what are your hopes? Like, what do you hope happens over the next week, over the next month, over the next beyond? Do you have any thoughts to that?
I don't know, like some other projects would say like roadmap word that I don't really like. Like as an artist, I'm gonna be focusing on improving my craft, making my network even bigger because as I'm launching this collection, my network already gonna be bigger on itself. Like it's already gonna grow, and I'm gonna use this network to make my holders like try to receive some different like opportunities, some different like allocations, like all that casual stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
you have to mention it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna be grinding as an artist and as a founder now because I felt like I rank up as a human being to the founder, and I see the space from the whole different perspective. I should say, like uh, that's for sure. I feel like a different person now
Yeah.
since I started the project.
What's like if you could put your finger on a thing, like what's one thing that you're looking at differently that stands out to you?
It's like not to sound like from the high horse, but uh, uh, I I don't know. Many people now. I don't know. I don't want it to sound like from many people now expecting me some expecting something from me, and you could be in this position only if you do something like on the bigger scale. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I feel I don't know how to explain it actually. Like I haven't even
Okay.
launched it yet to feel it on a full scale, but it's definitely different kind of feeling, but I can't explain it really for
Yeah,
now.
as
Like I don't
that
know, like
you did this work, and that the outcome of doing that work is people expect you to do more work. Is it something like that?
I mean, I feel like my actions now matter most. I mean, like, or not most, like, matter more. Like, for now, I can do something and people gonna care. Like, I feel like people gonna care,
Yeah.
and I can um, focus some energy to some goal, specific goal, and I have supporters for it now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
anything is possible at this point.
I just want to touch base on it, but I don't want to go into details. But I already grabbed you for an upcoming collab. You saw the video to it, but no one else has seen it. So there's a lot of artists on board for that. So you're already going to be on bigger things. It's just a very small thing, but it's
Mhm.
special, and it's like now you can do like these collabs and things like that. Pick and choose what you want to do. And you also had a auction recently that did incredibly well, right? Like you told me a few weeks ago, like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, you had an auction. What was that about?
So that was my animation every day. So I tried to make uh, a marathon like Beeple does, but with
Mhm.
animations. It was even harder because it was 3D artworks, and I had like 49 of them, and since March, and half of them wasn't even sold, and they were sitting there for like $17 per one. And I decided that I'm gonna distribute the spots for the winners, and that's like when everyone got insane and started beat wars. I mean,
Mhm.
if there wasn't uh, demand, it would stay the same. Like it yeah, some of them went from $17 to $500 and so $700. Like auctions went like that, and in 2 years in total sales.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's amazing. Amazing. And then coming off that, now that you have this collection, it's really good. I have a number in my head, but I'm not going to say it because it's not appropriate. But I know that this is going to reach a certain point, and then you're going to have those big sales as well that drive more attention to it. So I'm usually pretty accurate, but I'll wait until tomorrow because I'm excited for tomorrow to fold out. To roll out tomorrow and just see this all unfold. There's nothing else that's really big competition for you tomorrow, so the day is yours. Spotlight is yours, my man.
By the way, I want to mention about the price. I went through a couple stages. Like I wanted to make price bigger and the supply bigger at first. At first, then I think everybody knows Ace from Gigaverse.
Mhm.
That has Zeus on his PFP, so he
Yeah,
became like a real mentor to me. He is the one that been helping me on the background with. He's been like directing me with the right thoughts, and he's the one that said the right thing about the pricing. Like the less price you set, the bigger upside down for the holders, and that's the bigger story when you're gonna see people on the timeline that, oh, my mid is 10x, like 20x, because like price is really that low for that amount of attention and supply. And yeah, I felt like, yes, I want people I want to make people happy, and that they are gonna be even more grateful that made money for them, because usually when you make money for someone, they are grateful to you, like for the rest of their lives. That's
Yeah.
why it matters. And I'm still gonna make money. Like it's insane amount of money for me.
yeah,
Like
no,
it's
the
like
strategy for pricing is ideal. I think you did it perfect. I think you did the size perfect. I think you did the pricing perfect. I think a lower price point with this actually will go higher on secondary. It's not really about that. It's about getting your work out. But like, of course, mechanics are very important when you release something. But if you do a lower mint, right, then people will want to mint more. They're also more likely to hold on to more, right? And then with all these one of ones, that's just something an artist really has not released. and it's going to be very exciting. So uh, he did a really good job helping you with this because I'm super excited for it. And I
Yeah,
do hope that you get some sleep tonight so you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know?
grateful for all the. By the way, I wanted to ask how you decided to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to help him. I'm gonna DM him because.
Oh,
Uh,
I told you. So I have two projects this year. One that we're working on now, one that takes a little bit longer with artists, right? So I can't get into it that much because the roadmap is like top
mhm,
secret, but I've been contacting artists and I actually had a meeting with Pixel. Okay. So Pixel
mm,
signed on to the project, right? And this is a big project. Like there's one
ah,
project where we're collaborating with a lot of artists, and then there's another project later in the year that is massive and it's all about art. And I can't share much because I don't want anyone to steal the roadmap.
mhm,
So um, I was talking to Peak Scout, and he said you have to speak to Bunya. He's working on this Pixel collection that is just incredible. And I was like, oh, I know Bunya. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he's working on something right now. He's like, yeah, it's not finished. And I literally messaged you as soon as I got off. And then you were like, yeah, I'm working on this collection, but you were so busy, and this was several weeks ago. So yeah, I haven't even met with you about that yet, but let's go through there. But no, I helped Peak about a year and a half ago when the market wasn't so good with his whitelist allocation. Honestly,
mm,
the thing is, I really care about the space, and what got me into the space was art in the first place. It wasn't about the money at first. It was about, being stuck inside with COVID. And like what I said, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you do, you can share your gift with the world. And we saw in 2021, people sell his work for $68 million. And like all these artists were doing great. And now I feel like it's much more difficult for artists to do well. So I'm building a project that's going to help kind of bring that back with just like an army of artists included
mhm,
in it. And so I've been meeting with a lot of artists, and when I helped Peak sell it, it was a horrible time in the market, but his project still did phenomenal. And he has built it up, built it up, built it up. But he said that what you were working on was just straight fire and that
mm.
I needed to speak to you. So I messaged you right after I got off the call with him. And then I've been excited for it ever since.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
the network, like the world is small, really
Yeah.
small.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's
nothing
it.
more
That's
powerful. There's a lot of different people that do different things on social. Some people have a big following and they post for these, they get incentives for things and whatever. I'm not really like that. I'm more of a network guy like you. So we see eye to eye on that. I think it's the most important thing. And then you do the right thing by people. So honestly, like I said, my team turns down most of the people we meet with to help them paid. But if I find somebody who's really doing something genuine for the space, I will help them for free because I want to be a part of helping them because it all comes back to you and your network. I think what you give out in the world comes back. I just don't want to be a part of anything that is like, just not right or going to
Yeah.
extract from the space.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree. Agree. It's the same approach for me, and that's how
yeah,
I moved in the space. It's
and it
been
works.
it's been my life changed. My life changed when I joined the NFT space. From like making $3-4 per commission like once a month, and just posting on Instagram to to this like meeting with all the people and yeah, I don't want to go back, never. Like I it yeah, I love this place. I love it,
Yeah.
my life changed here.
It's just full opportunity. It really
That's
is.
that's
And,
why yeah, it saved
go
me.
ahead.
It saved me from like I can't imagine if I would still make like just post on Instagram, like make same amount of commissions and the work is going on. I can't imagine like how I would what would I do? I don't know. Like
Right.
it happened. Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does. It doesn't
I'm a
always.
huge believer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everything
All right.
happened for a
So
reason.
definitely, I mean, this space just we said it earlier. It creates opportunity for anybody. You can do it from anywhere. You need an
Mhm.
internet connection, and you need creativity, and you need to give a shit. And if you really, do the work, you can accomplish a lot. And certainly you have here. So I'm gonna pull up your mint page here. We got
Mm-hmm.
your countdown ticking away here. 1 day, 18 hours, 17 minutes. And the checker is live for the whitelist and the various stages and a couple of more sneak peeks. If you've been watching Bunya's feed, I'm sure most of you have been. Sneak peeks all abound, right? Like that's you've been showing us a lot, but these things are awesome. Lots of good stuff here, and you can see, the collections of the 101s showing through right here. Um, so really good stuff. It's coming up on Thursday. Yeah, like I said, an hour, one day, 18 hours away. And yeah, man, you got to get some rest, but you got to be excited. And what are you feeling over the next one day and 18 hours? What are your goals? What are you going to be doing? And how are you going to pass the time?
I still need to upload the artworks. At least it's done, but I still need to upload it. I still need to change some, just to edit some one-of-ones, just small like things to finish some wallets, like change some wallets because people come in really late. That some of the wallets like restricted or some, and I'm just out there like fixing it for them. But yeah, I'm just
Tidying up.
I yeah, just small managing small things. And the moment uh, the mint gonna start, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get emotional, like finally, like it's been a tough 3 months. It's been a tough 3 months, like
Yeah.
it. And I like the journey. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it for sure.
Yeah.
Like the
Like I said,
preparation,
that's right.
excitement, it's gonna be gone after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to find a way to fill it. Like I said, that's where the next projects end up coming from. You're compelled.
Please, not in a while, not in a
Yeah.
while. But I'm gonna focus on the one-of-ones and making connections and collaborations, all that stuff. Like,
Very nice. All
yeah.
right, awesome. Well, and in the spirit of helping, one of the things I like to ask here is, what can the viewers do to help you over the next day and a half, 2 days, or beyond? Like, what do you hope somebody who's watched this takes away? Any particular like piece of information, or would you like them any particular call to action that you'd like to see somebody do coming out of this?
Many people actually been like helping me with gathering some lists of streamers. Like many people was helping me with stuff. Even though I tried, I like to do everything myself. But I don't want to rely on people. I mean, that's how I work usually. But
Hmm.
I always appreciate and reward people that some people made people, not people. Some guy made landing page for me. I rewarded him with spots because I didn't ask him for it and he made it. Why not? Like uh, I I reward you with spots, and some others help me with gathering lists, and some just spreading the word basically on the timeline. And yeah, just appreciate all the help, even though I'm trying to be one man army. Uh,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I know that. I know how that goes. I got some of those tendencies myself.
and
So.
by the way, about the, I know it's like a late topic, but for the reveal, even though I know which token gonna look, which token is gonna look like, I mean, ID number one gonna look like that. One of the devs helped me create the script that gonna shuffle it, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna shuffle them. I'm not gonna see myself, and I'm not gonna be able to know, even though like I'm not
Mm.
gonna be able to know what tokens is what, even myself. So when and about the scripts and stuff, since I know how to do 3D stuff, video editing, like graphic design, all that creative stuff, I really find magic in coding. And like that guys that helped me write the script that shuffled it, like renamed everything.
Mhm.
I really wish I had the coding skill, but it's like it's too much for one person. But maybe it's someday. But it really feels like practical magic. I should say
Yeah,
coding.
coding's fun.
Yeah. So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna post. By the way, I'm gonna post the reveal GIF, hopefully tomorrow, and gonna explain all the mechanics about the reveal and the time, because I still need to make the GIF for the reveal.
Very nice. All right, we'll look forward to that, and yeah, really looking forward to Thursday, man. Anything we could do in the meantime. Obviously, let us know. We're here for you. But thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's late, and I appreciate you staying up to hang out with us after finishing your hand-drawn, loved artwork that you put together for us, and we appreciate you, man. We appreciate your contribution to the space.
It really, thank you so much. It doesn't feel real. Like at that scale, I still can't believe. I still can't feel the scale, feel the that I contributed, like that excitement from too many people. I still can't, yeah, comprehend it.
Well, enjoy it. Even if you can't comprehend it, enjoy it, man. Enjoy the ride.
I'm just trying to be humble. Yeah, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to be humble.
Yeah. All right. Any final words from you, Mr. EJR?
Myself, no, man. I'll speak to you tomorrow. We'll be in the Discord together while this is going off, and just get some rest and enjoy it, because that's what it's all about. You know, the work is done. Just enjoy it.
Thank you. I'm gonna try. I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you, but you know, I'll remind you tomorrow. Just enjoy it, because it's always hectic on Mint Day, but the work is done. You got it done, and now it's time to enjoy it.
Just need to fix small things, and I'm definitely gonna rest.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how many times I say to enjoy it, you're gonna just. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a mess on Mint days when I launch something, but whatever. It is what it is, and it's just gonna be exciting. So everybody in the space is rooting for you. You know, everybody in the space is rooting for you. And Abstract is the place to be right now. It really is. So it's really nice to have something exciting launching on Abstract. I'm sure the whole team's excited for you as well.
It's great timing that I became a GigaChat like there you go. It's
great timing.
It's
awesome.
Great timing.
Yeah, I know. I have to get that hopefully soon.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
We'll keep working.
I'm a lead Chad, but I'll get GigaChat soon. But all right, man. I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
All right, to all you who tuned in, hung out with us here, thank you as always. We appreciate you. We may be back on Thursday. We're working on something. Could be interesting if it comes through. So keep an eye out on our X feed. We'll let you know if that comes together. But typically we're here Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Live on X. We're live on Abstract. Maybe YouTube. I don't know if it worked. We'll see. We'll work out all the kinks. But you can find us. But thanks as always for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace. Bye.